Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Sunday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey, where I don't know that the weather is so beautiful outside. And then I've got the guy that is at the highest point of New Jersey, transmitting at 1.21 gigawatts of power. Shorts guy, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils take on the Los Angeles Kings. I find this game to be fascinating. I don't like the Kings at all. Never liked the Kings from day one when Wayne Gretzky went from the Edmonton Oilers to the Kings. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. For whatever reason, your mic didn't unmute. So anyway, I got a little confused there.
You just Billy Dean the podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. And then what happened in 2012? Those fans that we had to deal with. It's not like, they were talking a lot of smack about Jersey. These people from L.A. who are like the most fake people on earth, except for Scotty, but he's not even really from L.A.
Because he's a transplant. He's a Jersey transplant.
Yeah, he sets them straight for SiriusXM.
Exactly.
And now playing the Kings again after what happened the last game where, Jack Hughes saying to, is it Arvidsson, that people pay to watch me play. That kind of thing. So there's a little drama here.
There is.
And also will be the debut of Curtis McDermott, which I'm looking forward to. I believe they're going to go 6D today.
Okay.
According to a couple tweets that I've been reading.
A couple sources you've seen.
Yeah. Well, not really sources. They're just tweets. And
they're still sources.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this game. And I'm looking forward for the Devils to rebound. A lot of people disappointed after the last game, losing to the Ducks in that fashion, which is a team that they should have beaten. And everyone's looking at the standings this time of year, and I think some Devils fans have hit the panic button.
Yeah, that game the other night against the Ducks that's why the sign's back behind me. Not good enough. That's what that game was, not good enough. That was probably one of the first real bad games we've seen out of Nico Dawes since we've called him up. I mean, he let in 4 goals on 14 shots. That's not good. That's definitely not
but was
something
it his fault, though?
I don't know. It's tough to say. That the team overall looked completely flat. The team overall did not look good at all, and I wasn't happy with the whole performance. But when you're only getting, let's put it this way: it was as I'm sure Scotty said, raining pucks in Devils After Dark late night edition. But they weren't good quality shots as the Devils were putting on offensively. And then the Ducks, I want to say they scored on their first shot on goal, which that's never good. That's one of the things as a goaltender, you want to keep that first shot out of the net. That's a key thing, especially because we had a bunch of shots prior to that. If I remember correctly, it was a late night. So I'm trying to remember correctly. Plus my MSG feed was a little bit weird too. So
was it wonky because you have James Dolan internet?
Just froze as soon as I trash talked right there. Not good enough.
Oh.
Yeah. It's overall, and then getting that penalty shot at the very end, which was well deserved because that's a delay game in any situation. I can't figure out why he did that unless it was just a reactionary thing, like, oh crap, let's get the net off, let's get a whistle. And then I think Jack completely failed on that penalty shot. He was forwards try to be too cute on some of these penalty shots. And this is what happens. You're too cute. You go too slow. He should have been smart enough to know that the ice is really crappy at that point in the game. Don't go cute. Go fast and hard. and just fire a shot past his goalie. Like, we need straightforward stuff. Like, either that or Lindy should have picked somebody else for the penalty shot. That was one of the worst penalty shots I think I've ever seen.
Kovalchuk, I think, was the worst. If you remember that one.
I kind of remember that one, yeah.
Where the puck just like went off the blade of his stick.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That
was pretty bad too. I had forgotten about it. I think I mentally blocked that one out. But I thought that Jack's penalty shot attempt the other night was just horrific.
Yeah,
it was. I don't even think he really got a shot off. And it's like, you are the face of this franchise. You are paid to succeed in those moments, and he didn't.
He didn't even have a shot. That's how bad it was.
I know, and those are the moments he's paid to succeed in, and he didn't succeed. You know, that just kind of summed up that entire game for us.
Yeah. But moving on, you're playing the Kings. It's a must-win today.
Every game is a must-win at this point. Every game is a must-win.
But no, this is a must-win because you go on this road trip, you can't go 1-2.
No,
you needed
absolutely.
5 out of 6 points minimum, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could somewhat salvage it if you could get four solid points on this road trip.
Yes, you can, and I'm looking at the standings now. You know, we're 6 points behind Philly. No, we're more than that. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong row here. We are 7 points behind Philly, I think it is. Yeah. So it's 7 points, and then you've got the Caps and the Islanders above us. It's not looking good. Like, we have to stop squandering these chances. We have to stop squandering these games. Yeah, the Ducks are an NHL team. They have NHL level players, so anyone can beat anyone on a given day. That's the parity of the NHL. But we're wasting chances. We are flat out wasting chances. Especially, we had games at hand. We still have some games at hand with on Tampa and on Detroit, but not for nothing. We got 2 games in hand on Philly, but so do the Fish Sticks, and the Capitals have 3 games in hand on Philly. So we're wasting our opportunities. And if they want to be a playoff team this year, which I don't even know if they have the heart to do that, they got to stop wasting these chances. And Friday's game was just a wasted chance.
Michael Hay in the Facebook Live says, good day. We lost to easy teams early in the year. Schedule is brutal. Knew this would happen. Now I keep the faith.
Yeah, I want to keep the faith as well, but some of these games are just so confusing to me about what they're willing to do and not do. I don't know. I mean, Morgan just said in the YouTube chat group that the Caps are losing 4-1 to the Coyotes, which would be a big help. Surprise, surprise on the Coyotes. So let's hope that scoreline stays the same, because that'll be really, really good.
The Coyotes are buzzing. I'm telling you.
Well, we're gonna and you know what? And of course, when we're out there in 2 weeks, which Sam, by the way, that's 2 weeks away. I looked at the calendar today. I was like, oh man,
wow.
Our big trip is less than 2 weeks away.
You know what? Let me tell you something about just for the people listening in that don't know. We've been planning this for the last 8 or 9 months. This Arizona Vegas trip, March 16th to 17th. If any of you are going out there, the podcast is traveling. We're going to do Game Day Live and Devils After Dark outside of Mullet Arena, and also was it T-Mobile Arena as well in Vegas. So we're going to be doing the podcast live. Beer Baron,
yep,
myself, Shorts Guy, and Scotty, along with Billy Dean, and I think Little Steve is coming on, right? Guys,
at least in Arizona, for sure. At least in Arizona, yes.
Okay. So, thinking about this trip, Shorts Guy, I don't think we're going to get any sleep. And on top of that, I think we're going to be. I think we need to start having some bets of like who gets thrown out of the mullet.
I mean, I tried really hard last year and I couldn't.
But I talked to little Steve about that, and you know what he said? But he said, but that was different because he was actually rooting for Arizona instead of Vegas. This is going to be a little bit different because we are hardcore Devils fans, and we'll be chanting
same end.
And we'll be chanting Salt Lake City. Maybe we should
that'd be harsh.
Maybe we should save that in the end when we're being carried out by security.
Yeah. Exactly. We'll save that one until the end. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So yeah, anyone that's gonna be out in Arizona or Las Vegas, please reach out to us, DM us, whatever. Let us know where you're gonna be. We'll figure out and plan a place where we can all go. We already have Arizona. We got a place we can go. We got to find a place in Vegas. But please, if you're gonna go, let us know. Either drop it in any of the chats and any of the upcoming Game Day Live.
No. Yeah, well. You could go to joinourcrew.com and sign up, and we'll let you know where we're going to be at. No, you can do it either way. True. There's no right or wrong answer here. Yeah, either way. Or
joinourcrew.com means that you'll have we'll be able to communicate with you when we're on the ground in Arizona and Vegas.
Steve Engel's asking anybody going to this Saturday's game at The Rock. Are you going, Shorts Guy, March 9th? Steve Engel's making an appearance there, but unfortunately I have other plans.
I don't think I can. Is it I got to look at my schedule here.
I think it's a 12:30 start.
See, unfortunately, it is 12:30 start against Carolina. Unfortunately, that is parade day.
Yep, that's parade day in Morristown.
It's parade day.
Yeah.
So we'll have to talk about Game Day Live on the side about that day.
Steve Engel says, damn, no Sam, that sucks. Steve Engel, why don't you come to the Saturday night, March 23rd, against the Ottawa Senators? Mm-hmm. That will work, right?
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome,
of us
Steve
will be
Engel. There. Yeah. These matinee games on Saturday, it's just tough with scheduling sometimes.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll make do. Steve Engel, you'll still have fun. You can still have Ann Crew Brew out there at American Whiskey. Even if we aren't there, you can still have some.
Yeah. Alejandra would be ready to go. She's got her Ann Crew Brew arm,
There we go.
Yep.
Ready to pull that tap handle and let the Ann Crew Brew flow.
Max will be there March 23rd with his girlfriend.
Nice.
All right.
Ooh.
Well, now,
so Max,
that
means Max, you and I need to chug a beer together on the 23rd. I feel like we've talked about that multiple times, but we really need to do it on the 23rd.
Steve Engel says, my wife will be with me. Can't really engage with Alejandra too much. LOL.
No. No. You still can, in a friendly manner.
Oh, yeah, Alejandra speaks Spanish. You can speak to her in Spanish. Your wife won't even know what you're saying. But I heard that Alejandra doesn't like postal workers, though. Rumors. Yeah. She had a bad experience. She didn't get the mail that day. Anyway.
Moving on.
Ramona, you're running out of faith. Come on, Ramona. You can't run out of faith. Look, do you remember the time when my team was down, 4-2? And this is how I met Shorts Guy. We came back and win in the last minute of the game.
Yeah.
And I scored that goal, but I never saw it because my head was on the ground.
Yeah.
After I dove for them. Steve Engel, my wife is half Polish and half Italian. She don't know if she's coming or going. Max says Alejandro doesn't like closet Ranger fans either. Tony P says Rempe with another dirty hit versus the Leafs, no penalty. Yeah, I want to talk about Rempe. I want to talk about this guy.
All right.
Tom Fitzgerald did the right thing by picking up McDermott. Okay, I've been complaining. A lot of fans have been complaining. We have been begging for beef.
Since last year.
Beef. Although, Here's where I have a little bit of problem with this beef. He's a defenseman, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I believe so. Yeah.
But is he one of those like hybrids where he plays defense or he could be on the fourth line? I don't know too much about that.
I don't know too much about him.
OMI says he's both, assuming that's
Which it's like a utility type of player.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I've also heard that he's not really gotten a lot of time, and he's not really. And I'm trying to look him up real quick now what his stats were.
But he's a scary dude, though. When he
and I was, and I was having a conversation with the Hockey on Tap guys the other day, and they were all asking if this was a trade. He's listed as a left winger. He's listed as a left winger here, so I don't think we have to worry about him being. He's also played for LA, but his position is defense, so I guess he can play. I guess he can play multiple positions.
All he needs to do is protect Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier.
Well,
some of these guys.
And that's what the Hockey and Tap guys were getting at. They were like, "Oh, is this just this is just a reaction to Rempe and that hit?" And I was like, "No,
that's Billy Dean."
I know that's Billy Dean being a Ranger fan.
Yeah, he's making it about himself.
Even Little Steve brought that up too, and I was like, "Yeah, but we've been needing size for a very long time. This is the Rempe hit may have been the final straw, but stuff like this and having no size has been a problem for a while." And finally, they're addressing it, which is good, which they needed to do. I just hope that that McDermott is going to be, getting playing time. I think I also saw someone else joke that now that there's a player to finally, something about him coming into the lineup and Holtz getting benched more, something stupid like that. I can't remember off the top of my head at this point, but. We've needed this size. We have needed this size, and a seventh round pick. That's not really much to give up.
So
if he's going to wind up doing the job, then that's worth it.
So remember when Gudas hit Hughes last game?
Yeah,
clean hit, totally clean hit.
Mm-hmm. I
have no issues with that. And Jack did the right thing. He braced himself. He saw it coming.
Yeah,
but you had Curtis Lazar try to take care of business. But did you notice after that incident, did any of the Kings player kept on hitting Hughes? Not really.
No.
And I'm telling you because in the past we've seen this happen to Nico Hischier where you hit him once, you hit him twice, you hit him 5 times, like nobody does anything. Remember that game against Florida with the whole Barkov situation? It finally took Brendan Smith, I believe, with like 3 minutes left in the game to finally answer the bell on it. You know.
And we haven't had a player like that.
Yeah.
We have not had a player like that. And I'm going to be honest, I'll admit when they were given the story about whatever his name is, Remke or whatever, I was like, all right, well, this is Rempe. Sorry. I had to look on the chat. I was like, all right, well, this kid's got a pretty rad story. It's kind of cool when he came in as, first ever, and then all of a sudden that hit on Bastion. I was like, all right, well, this kid's now a clown. And he got no suspension, shocker, probably because, Trouba was showing him how to be an artist at the same time. Shocker, nothing from the league. And it just seems like now the sheen has worn off and he's basically just a jerk. And he's out there for one reason, just to go out there and goon it up. And while we need size, we don't need size like him. He seems to be playing like just a total fool. But you know what? The Rangers have that in Trouba as well. So what a shock there. But I liked him until that dirty hit.
And you know what? Leave it to the guy that's head of player safety. Growing up, he obviously grew up as a Ranger fan. Went to the wrong prep school. But anyway, let's see here. So Steve Engel says some say I'm the best mailman in the Garden State. Others can go scratch, LOL. Steve Engel, this is a true story. And Shorts Guy, I don't know if you could verify this story. You know the kill chant?
Yeah.
You know, that was invented by a postal worker that used to sit in section 218, Mailman Joe. That was the guy that, you know, remember when John Madden had a black eye during the playoffs in 2003?
That was right before my time in 218, Sam. That was before my time.
But in 2003, you remember John Madden, how beat up. Well, Joe, the mailman, dressed up every game looking like John Madden, and he would paint his eye black. And then one day, we heard him chant this during a penalty kill, 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 kill. And then we started doing it because we thought it was funny, and that's how the kill chant actually started.
Well,
by a postal
that kill chant was always a lot of fun.
Yeah. Till other wannabe knockoffs, you know, doing the horn, you know, they're like, ah, ah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I got to bring it back at some point.
You should. You definitely should. But we're going off the rails right now.
What a shocker.
Steve Engel. Sounds about right. The word kill is at the top of our vocabulary most days. LOL. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Are you back from Italy? Want to know. Bandit says Smith out. McDermott.
I was just going to say that, yeah. Looks like Brendan Smith is going to be taking a back seat. So I guess they're going to place him on D today.
Okay.
That would be my thought, unless Brendan Smith was slated to be a fourth line forward, which I don't know if that's the case, but we'll find out. We'll find out in a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see here. Michael Hay. Well, hold on a sec here. Getting back to the Facebook Live. Michael Hay was commenting that Michael Hay, weren't you a postal worker? Why don't you comment? Because he says he's the best in New York, but retired. He's on the exercise bike. Anyway, so where were we? Mike's asking what are the lines today. We're going to get to that in a second, but we want to get your predictions.
Yeah, and I just want to respond to Eric in the chat. McDermott is something. He's not the greatest, and he's just something that's going to give us a little bit of size there, and we're totally in agreement that there's bad defense that's been built here, but we also were injury plagued. The goaltending's not been great, stuff like that. This is something, and unfortunately, I would like to have seen more, but McDermott is something. I just don't. What I don't understand with what Fitzy's done is why did we retain some of Chris Tanev's? What are we getting in return for doing that Chris Tanev deal? Which I'm sure we can talk more about tonight. But
fourth rounder.
No, but there's got to be more of a favor for us to retain some of that contract for nothing. Like what? So we bought a fourth rounder for 1.25. There's got to be something more. Like otherwise, it's like, what are we, the Coyotes of the East, like retaining contracts for people? To me, that's just stupid.
But we're rich.
Ugh, we got to do something more. Chris Tanev was a devil for about 30 seconds, and then we sent him to Dallas. It's just so stupid.
Couple questions here. Bandit21 says, Sam, did you ever try out for the emergency goalie gig? No. I prefer to be emergency backup broadcaster, EBUB.
I'll try out for the EBUG spot. If they do open tryouts again, I'm going.
Yeah, but I think now it's different. I think now they recruit.
Yeah, well, at least my gear match.
Why don't you write a letter to Tom Fitzgerald?
There you go.
I'll help. We'll have ChatGPT write you a letter to Tom Fitzgerald. It'll be very sincere and authentic, and maybe we'll tell, hey, Tom, you know what? We'll do a better job PR-wise, about your lack of attention to,
Yeah.
getting a good goaltender. If you just get Shorts guy a jersey and a couple tickets.
Yeah, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some of these predictions here, Sam. We don't have a ton today. I imagine people are probably gearing up to go watch the game. We've got Tony P saying 7-1 Devils. Ramona Rice says 3-2 Devils. Darryl Kent 3-1 Devils. Let's see. What else we got? Select the Boy. Oh, Joseph. Sorry, I skipped right over that. Joseph says 5-0 Devils. Select the Boy 4-3 Devils. Supernova's prediction. Pain. Stephen Engel, every time I pick the Devils to win, they always lose. Well, don't worry, Steve Engel. I don't think I've gotten one prediction correct this year. It looks like, unless I've missed some, that's all of our predictions so far.
Oh my goodness, it's 5-3 Devils.
5-3, I just missed that one. Okay, yeah. 5-3. All right. Sam, want me to give mine?
Yeah, why don't you give yours?
All right. Geez. LA, we're on the road. I don't even know. I'm just going to go 3-1 Devils. Hopefully we get another 2 points out of today's game because we absolutely need it.
Yeah. Morgan says 5-2 Devils. Shorts guy.
Yeah.
Have you been driving?
I was driving for a couple hours today.
But what am I smelling? Is that alcohol?
It might be. Could be a Formula One car if you're smelling alcohol.
No. I don't think it's coming from you. It's coming from me. Because I got some Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Crew Brew. Did I do a good job?
There you go, Sam.
Vinny would be proud.
Vinny would be proud.
Yeah,
Vinny would be proud.
Yeah. All right. Predictions.
We need yours. I gave mine.
What did you give?
3-1.
Oh. Michael Hayes says 5-2. Well, Johnny Danks asked me, Sam, if we get blown out today, will Lindy be fired? No, they're not going to do anything to Lindy unless Lindy does something really bad to get himself fired that's off ice, related, BS, I'm going to. Do they say who's starting in net?
No, I haven't seen that. And I don't know if Scotty was able to see who led the team out. It would have been nice to tell him.
Yeah, it would have been nice for Scotty to give us a video footage,
Seriously.
Yeah, Scotty.
It's not like he's not part of the podcast or anything like that.
Yeah. I'm saying 5-3. I'm going to say 5-3.
Okay. 5-3. It's a bit of a conservative Sam prediction.
Well, it's the Curtis McDermott era here in New Jersey where the beef is going to be the difference maker. Beef.
Yeah. Let's just hope he pans out because we've needed the size, but we'll see what this 7th round pick got us with him today.
Yeah, 4-3 Devils, says Max.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll be back after the game. Scotty will be traveling back home. He's going to be, hopefully he doesn't get stuck in LA traffic. So we're not going to be right after the game, but we'll be after the game. It's actually a triple header Sunday because not only do we have Devils After Dark with Scotty at Sirius XM Liquid Metal, who's racing home to do the podcast with me, but we've got the 9 p.m. Eastern edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast, where right now Beer Baron is watching a circus. He may be there. I was like, what does the circus have to do with the 9 p.m. show? Well, we may get there late. But I'm sure Tom's going to relay what I just said.
I'm sure. It's if Tom's at the circus too.
Yeah, unless not. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. All righty. So we'll get out of here, and a lot of fans. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
You don't give up though. I'm not about like stop looking at the standings and mathematically possible and all that. You know, those are just numbers. Let's just put one game at a time together. So you got to get a win tonight. You got to go 1-0 by the end of the night tonight, and then you move on.
Just win tonight.
Yep, just win. And I think Timo Meyer will score 2 goals.
Ooh,
yeah.
Bold prediction.
Yeah. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Thank you to everybody. Go to joinourcrew.com for the latest of our live events. Till next time, let's go Devils.